Your best friend will always have a best friend, and that best friend won't always be you.
BTSW.
So, a few years ago, when my best friend got married, obviously I was the best man. I realized that, I realized that this quote was true. I can't exactly remember when I made this quote, but I do know that I realized a long time ago that, your best friend will always have a best friend, and that ain't always be you. Just because you like someone or just because you favor someone to a certain regard, to a certain extent, does not mean that they feel the same way. And even if they do feel the same way, that doesn't mean that they will feel the same way all the time. They say that you should marry a best friend, right? But obviously, what that means is you should be best friends with the person that you would marry. I feel like I wouldn't necessarily repeat that quote because it's kind of misleading. And I never like, man, my best friend is guy. That wasn't gonna happen. Uh what what they are trying to say is that your best friend will be your best friend. So it's best to be married to that person. Remember when I was talking about the companionship and all that stuff? Everybody wants that companion. Everybody wants that all-rounded, well-rounded, one all-in-one person, the one-man band, the one size fits all. Well, maybe not one size fits all, but you want to be able to go to one person for pretty much everything, right? You have God, then you got your spouse, right? That's why I say everybody, even though they don't realize it, they want marriage because for everything else, that's what you're trying to do or you're trying to mimic. And obviously some people they kind of fall short and their expectations may not align with the people that they know personally. But that's another video. That's another conversation. We ain't here to talk about that. But I'm more focused on the word best as opposed to the word friend, right? The word best simply means better than good, better than better, best. Some people even say best of the best, your best friend, or your best friend forever, BFF, all of that good stuff. When it comes to your best friend, if we focus on the word best, that would therefore mean since the everybody in Mario, the well-rounded person for any and everything, that means then that your best friend will have to change from time to time. In other words, your best friend to go to a party will not be the best friend to go to sleep at night. Your best friend to rant to certain things about may not be the same best friend that will be a good chef or even a good listener, because you have some people who are good at listening and then you have other people who just need to reply every 5 seconds. Otherwise, their attention span can go and they can lose interest in the conversation, all that stuff. Obviously, the best friend for whatever the situation calls for requires expertise in some things that you may not be expert in. Therefore, your best friend will always have a best friend, and that best friend won't always be you, but also you will always have a best friend, and that best friend will always be your current best friend. I'm not trying to make anyone feel scared or fearful that they are going to lose their best friend. No. But I am saying that when you feel that shift coming and you have to kind of shift over the role, maybe even for 5 minutes, you should lean into it. My encouragement to you is to just lean into that because the best friend won't always be the best friend.